bridge card has Governor Snyder done for you lately? Well, let me tell you about just some of his crimes and sins against you and I. The takeover and dismantling of Detroit and Highland Park school system without oversight of the people. Public Act 4, super-empowered emergency managers. The takeover of Detroit's water system. Permanent lifetime removal of women with children of state assistance. No bridge card, no bridge. Ignoring the democratic process, going around the state legislators and his own party to build an unnecessary bridge. The dissent agreement that he rammed down Mayor Bing's throat. Why reward bad behavior? If you want to send a message to the governor, then vote yes on Proposal 6. I'm Minister Malik Shabazz. I approve this message. To volunteer, call 313-646-3375.
Paid for by the Garbage Lady.
What
9 p.m. on TV 33. Join me, Barry Ross, on Mixing It Up. We'll feature informative community organizations that will offer solutions to Wayne County residents in reference to employment, safety, and security within neighborhoods, job training, education, and mentoring programs. Remember, Tuesdays, 9 p.m. Join me, Barry Ross, Mixing It Up on TV 33. Good evening, everyone. My name is Barry Ross. I'd like to invite you to join me in Mixing It Up, another segment. We're in the process of rebranding this show, so within the next 30 days, the name of the show is going to slowly change. I'm transitioning the format of the show and the name. You're going to hear more about it. For the next hour and a half, this show is going to present to you various guests. And my first guest in a few minutes is Joanne. Now, her boyfriend of 18 years, Alfred, what was Alfred's last name? Joanne. Alfred Williams was murdered, shot several times on Detroit's east side on September 12th. That's just barely a month ago. And, you know, Crime Stoppers sends the minister and myself guests. We are sick and tired of having these families on our shows with the amount of murders that are going on in the city, and nothing's getting done to change this. And so Joanne's going to be on in a few minutes, and I'm actually embarrassed for us in Detroit that we have to continue to showcase these families on our shows. I also have, I'm very proud to say, Cornelius Brundage, a.k.a. K9. He is the light middleweight IBF world champ. He just defeated Corey Spinks on a rematch just a few months ago, and I'm very excited to have him here tonight and with his family. So we want to welcome everybody in the studio. K9, thank you for coming out. K9's going to be with us in about a half an hour. And normally, generally, at 10 o'clock, I turn my show over to Minister Victor Muhammad. However, he happens to be under the weather with a flu. We wish him an expedient recovery. We're very sorry that he's not here tonight, and we're going to do the best we can without his presence here. Listen, we all know it's Halloween's coming up, and Halloween's the time of the year where they like to set these abandoned homes on fire. And we are running at economic constraints. We have so many difficult problems within the police department: cuts, budgeting, morale, overworking our officers. They don't even want to be there. So we have formulated, we started this last year, the Community Collaborative Patrol, which is the New Marcus Garvey, My Detroit Coalition Against Violence, and several other community groups. Next Monday night, a week from yesterday at 7 p.m., we're all meeting up at the True Oracles of God Ministries at 1500 East State Fair for our planning and detail meeting, and we're encouraging you to get involved. 1500 East State Fair. It's about a half a mile east of 75. We're going to have a planning meeting. We're going to discuss what we're going to be doing. We're going to be working on the north end of Detroit, and we're also coming into Highland Park. Mayor Wyndham was on Malik's show earlier. We're joining with him. He has leaders from the Nation of Islam and several other groups. We're all joining together for Halloween, and we're encouraging everyone to get involved. We need donations. You can bring us food. We need snacks. You bring them to this church. You can contact Minister Shabazz, 313-646-3375. This is the Community Collaborative Patrol. We're going to have a caravan, I would have to say, from 35 to 60 cars. Most of us are going to have lights on our cars. We're going to be driving up and down from East State Fair to Davison to DeQuinder, 75, and then we're cutting through Highland Park. So when you see us, you're going to know that you're safe. And we're working with the chief of police in Highland Park in Detroit, and nothing's going to happen on our watch. And last year, we didn't have one incident, one fire, one problem while we were out. So Monday night, we're meeting at 7 p.m., 1500 East State Fair. It's a little white church with a purple roof on the south side of State Fair, just east of 75. I want everyone to know that this show is live. It's on TV 33 in Detroit, Comcast 20 in Detroit. It's online at tv33whpr.com. My call-in numbers are floating across the screen, 313-868-0351, 0342, and 4336. My show is always downloaded onto BarryRoss.org, on YouTube, ROSSBD51, and on my Facebook page for the show, I have a video player. This show is going to be able to be seen. Again, this beautiful lady next to me, Joanne, can't believe that she's here tonight, representing the family of Alfred. So you go to Mixing Up with Barry Ross and you join. Please join. I invite you to join. And once you join and hit the like button, then you hit videos and all my shows there. Everything I've done on the streets in the community is on my Facebook page. So without any further delay, we have a flyer we're going to show you in a couple minutes. On September 12th, Alfred Williams, just 35 years old, been in love with this beautiful lady next to me, Joanne. Thank you for coming here tonight.
Oh, thank you for having me.
And you have our deepest sympathy to yourself and the family for the loss of Alfred. And we have a $2,500 reward with Crime Stoppers. Check this out. They don't have to know who you are. Did you know that?
Yeah, and it's not in the United States. It's actually based in Canada, and all of the calls are anonymous, so they don't have caller ID or any type of tracking device when you submit a tip.
Well, you on it.
Of course.
Thank you for coming here tonight, and we appreciate your cousin coming here to support you. What's your cousin's name?
Aaron.
Aaron, thank you for coming out. So tell everybody, on this particular night, Alfred was out alone driving.
Yes.
On the east side of Detroit. He was murdered, it looks like, on this street. Is this where they found him? On Marbud Street?
Yeah, East Collingham and Marbud.
Okay, well, and tell everybody what you know.
Well, basically, the family and myself basically only knows that he was in his vehicle. It was shot up, and he attempted to try to find help. And so the car crashed on that street, which is East Collingham and Marbud. Right now, detectives, as well as myself and his family, really don't have any clues as to what happened, how many people were involved. All we know is that he was shot and subsequently died due to his injuries. So we're really like deadlocked. We have no suspects, no clues, no nothing.
My God. But the one thing we do have is if anybody knows anything, and we want to protect the safety of the family and Joanne. But I'm telling you right now, if you know anything, if you were anywhere close to Collingham and Marbud on September 12th, it was around midnight,
Yeah.
On September 12th, there's a $2,500 cash reward. We do know that.
Yes.
And they don't have to know who you are. This family and this beautiful lady here, this was Alfred's lady of 18 years. You guys were like high school sweethearts.
Yeah, pretty much.
What kind of man was he? You had known him for half your life or more.
Right. Well, for the most part, you know, he was pretty much a family man, a mother's boy, basically. Always had a smile on his face, always willing to help. So that's why it's pretty much upsetting for myself and the family that this occurred, because there was nothing leading up to this incident. You know, it'd be different if you had the type of person that is always in trouble or is always causing problems, but when you have someone where it's just an abrupt death, it changes the way you look at things. Because right now, his family as well as myself, we're just trying to find answers. That's why we teamed up with you, Mr. Ross, and Crime Stoppers to try to get some type of closure for the family and myself.
And unfortunately, no one had, even the detective doesn't have a clue what went on. There's nothing leading towards any evidence that might lead them towards something that might what have happened.
Exactly. Unfortunately, I mean, no one knows anything. The detectives are deadlocked on this. It's basically right now looking like a cold case because they have no clues. All they know is that he was shot in that vehicle that's going to be on that flyer, but we don't know who all was involved.
We're going to get a close-up of this flyer in a minute from Crime Stoppers.
Yeah.
And this is going to be on the Facebook page from this show, Mixing It Up. And it's going to be on, I'm going to post this on Crime Stoppers tonight. If we can get a close-up of this in a minute. So you guys knew each other since high school, I guess?
Yeah, since high school.
You met in high school?
Yeah. We went to different high schools, but we met through a mutual friend.
Okay. And he was working? He had a career?
Yes, he was working with some family doing different job sites, you know, doing the festivals and things like that. So it's just, everyone is just, it's like surreal to us right now because we don't know anything, and that's the unfortunate part. You know, it's been a lot of crime in the city of Detroit, unfortunately, so we just don't know what happened. There's nothing that let us know what happened. So right now, it's like the family and myself are just trying to seek closure, if anything.
And you and I discussed this. You want to make sure he's not just treated like another number, just another death on the notch of a gun or on the list of all the killings. I think we're at about 340 murders, and it's only October.
Exactly. Yeah.
Is there anything you want to say to the community at large about all this murder or the family? What would you like to say?
Well, all we want, myself and his family included, is just for anyone who have any tip, anything that you may have heard or seen that night of September 12th, to please call Crime Stoppers or call Detroit Homicide. As we stated before, you do not have to give your name. Crime Stoppers is not even in the United States. A lot of people aren't aware of that. It's actually in Canada. They don't have caller ID. So we just want any type of information that you may have to try to bring closure to this case. Just anything will help us right now because we have no answers, no suspects. We have nothing.
Well, I want to say something to the family, number one. This is unacceptable that our children are going to heaven before us. And I also want to say that we that live in the city of Detroit should no longer be accepting this level of violence in our city that just goes on day in and day out. We've lost the regard for life. We've lost the regard for each other. Respect within our community is practically non-existent. Young people don't want to live long. Hopelessness, despair, apathy, feeling that, you know, nobody sees anything. You know, this case is just one of hundreds and hundreds of cases. Nobody wants to get involved. People see something and close their blinds, and they don't want to get involved because they're afraid that something's going to happen to them. And we want to apologize. I personally, I am sickened and saddened by our state of affairs in this city, that our leadership is literally allowing these murders to take place day in and day out. And do you know how many murders occur in this city that we don't even know about, that don't even make the news?
Oh, hundreds.
Did he have sisters and brothers?
Yes, he has an older brother. He was the youngest.
Okay. And he was 35. When was his birthday?
August 18th.
And he just turned 35.
Yeah, just turned 35.
So he was like an event planner? Or he...
Yeah, they work with a company where they would go out, and set up for like the Winter Blast, Detroit, the Arts, Beats and Eats, those type of affairs in the city and in Pontiac.
Wow. So here's a decent family man, treated you well, respectful to his family. And we want to, to the mother and father and his sister, what he has,
brother. Older brother.
We certainly send out our condolences, even though it's late. I wish I could do something in terms of getting more involvement. I wish we had some clues for you. We're going to post this up. Maybe somebody saw anything. September 12th, 6 weeks ago, Alfred Williams was murdered on Detroit's east side. The incident took place at 12:05 a.m. on East Collingham and Marbud Streets. Marbud, M-A-R-B-U-D. Alfred was driving his tan 1999 Buick Century when he was hit with multiple shots. Alfred was wearing a black T-shirt, gray sweatpants. Had you seen him earlier that evening?
No, not that evening. The last time I saw Alfred was, I believe it was Monday, and we last spoke Tuesday night.
So this was what, on a Wednesday?
Yeah, that occurred on a Wednesday.
And would you assume, just assuming that he probably got a call going on, there's nothing, no kind of clues leading you to any kind of idea what could have happened here?
No, we really don't know what happened. That's why, we have to team up with organizations like yourself and Crime Stoppers to try to get somebody to say something, because right now we just don't know. All we know is that he was in the car, he was alone, and unfortunately, the car was shot up and he died as a result of that.
We're going to take a call, and then we're going to take a break right after the call. Okay, let's put him on, Ronnie. Hello, you're on the air. Good evening. Hello? Anybody there? Okay. We're going to take a quick break to identify ourselves, and we'll be right back. Hopefully be able to get this call.
Paid for by the Garbage Lady.
What has Governor Snyder done for you lately? Well, let me tell you about just some of his crimes and sins against you and I. The takeover and dismantling of Detroit and Highland Park school system without oversight of the people. Public Act 4, super-empowered emergency managers. The takeover of Detroit's water system. Permanent lifetime removal of women with children of state assistance. No bridge card, no bridge. Ignoring the democratic process, going around the state legislators and his own party to build an unnecessary bridge. The dissent agreement that he rammed down Mayor Bing's throat. Why reward bad behavior? If you want to send a message to the governor, then vote yes on Proposal 6. I'm Minister Malik Shabazz. I approve this message. To volunteer, call 313-646-3375.
Paid for by the Garbage Lady.
What?
Welcome back. We're with the I'm going to call her the wife, girlfriend of Alfred Williams that got murdered just 6 weeks ago. We have a call. We had a call before the break. Good evening. You're on the air.
How you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Fine.
Do me a favor.
Yeah,
How are you?
fine.
All right. I have an important guest here. She lost her boyfriend. He was killed 6 weeks ago. So can we sort of make it quick?
Yes.
Okay. What do you got to say tonight?
Um,
How you feeling, Stevie?
fine.
Okay. Did you talk to your mother about the breakfast?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to call you tomorrow morning.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay. So we're back with Joanne, Alfred Williams' girlfriend, murdered just 6 weeks ago. And by the way, Crime Stoppers is 1-800-SPEAK-UP, anonymous. We have another call. Good evening, you're on the air.
Yes.
Hi, could you speak up, please?
Yes.
How are
I'm
you?
here. I'm okay.
Okay. You've been watching the show, you know who our guest is and what's going on? You have a comment?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I do.
Okay.
A murder like that, I've been to school for a little law enforcement, and I don't see why the detectives don't get that together.
You don't see why
You know-
the detectives don't get it together?
Right. That murder comes from his job employment. Wherever he worked at, that's where that comes from.
Are you talking about this case from this lady that's sitting next to me?
Yes.
I'm sorry, you said
Yeah.
it come from his job?
Yes.
Why do you think it comes from his job?
Don't nobody just get a car shot up like that. It doesn't come from stuff like that.
Okay. You have an opinion on that? Do you have an opinion on that?
No. I mean, like I said, we're just trying to figure out what happened because unfortunately we don't know what happened. So right now we can't speculate. We can't assume. All we could do is just know what facts that are presented. And the fact is, his car was shot up on Wednesday, September 12th. And he's no longer here to tell us who did it or why it happened or who was involved. So right now we're just trying to get answers. We have spoken to the detectives who unfortunately don't know what happened. That's why I'm on this show right now, because we're just trying to get answers.
And unfortunately, we all can speculate, we all can guess, and they get a lot of calls, he said, she said, or what they think happened.
Right.
But we have to go on the facts. And unfortunately, today, the police don't give these cases enough attention as a rule. So the families, the loved ones, have to stay on like white on rice, these investigating detectives, and let them know that you ain't giving up just because he's gone. We have another call? Okay. Unbelievable. And you know what else? In these times, when money's tight, it's very expensive to bury someone. I mean, this is, imagine a family having to pay, some of these funerals are just through the roof. The funeral homes are making the money today. Their business is just flying. And we ought to be, in the funeral business today, we ought to be offering some kind of deals to the families. Due to the fact that there's so many murders in our city, these families should be getting discounts. I mean, it's just unbelievable. What else can you tell us about Alfred? Good dresser? Did he like sports?
Oh, he loved to dance, loved partying, you know, spending time with his friends, myself. He had a dog that he adored. He didn't have any children. So it's just an unfortunate incident that occurred, and we just don't have any answers. And I think that's what makes it so hard for, you know, his family, my family, because there's a lot of unanswered questions out there. We just don't know what happened or what, you know, what was involved in
Now,
this incident.
Excuse me. With these flyers now,
Yes.
are these flyers going to be distributed all over how many flyers they give you today? A few hundred?
Yeah, I think she gave me about 150.
Okay. Are these flyers going to be distributed all over that area? Do you have people to help you go on
Yes,
the streets?
of course.
Okay. Because if not, I'd like to help you. And I think I know I can get you some volunteers to come out and help you. These need to go out
Right. We're going to
to
put
every
those
business
up.
in the, go ahead.
I'm sorry. We're going to put them up in that area, primarily in the East 8 Mile and Gratiot area, because that's the area where he was, that's the closest proximity to where the car was found. So we're going to have that put up in that area this weekend.
We have a call. 1 second. I'm just curious. His cell phone, was it with him?
I believe it was with him, but I think the detectives still have that. So we don't know what was on the cell phone.
Okay. Good evening. You're on the air. How are you?
Good evening.
Hi. Could you speak up, please?
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Hi.
I just wanted to say that Barry Ross is a symbol for the city. Has been here all the time. For over like 30. I think I know Barry for like at least 30 or 40 years, and they're a very reputable firm, great clothes and everything. And beyond that, he stands for the community. And I just wanted to say that I appreciate what Barry's doing and the young lady's concerns and everything. I have a friend that had something similar happen to her and everything. But you just have to keep your head up high and hope for the best and everything.
Well, I appreciate
hang
it.
up
Thank
and
you.
I appreciate it.
Brother Knight. Okay, thank you for your call. We have about 5 more minutes. If there's anybody out there that lost a family member that's watching this show that would like to offer any suggestions, any of your opinions, any of your comments, any support, there needs to be support groups for these families that are being held in these churches at least a few times a week. Families need to, loved ones, people need to get together. You know, I had cancer, and I know that only somebody else that knows what it's like to lose your hair, be weak, can't eat, vomiting, that's going through that like me feels my pain. You know, we can all say, I know where you're coming from, I know how you feel, but I don't. I don't feel this family's pain. I sympathize, I empathize with them, but we need to set up groups where people can sit down and talk. This isn't what life's supposed to be about in Detroit. You're supposed to be able to go home, walk the dog around the neighborhood, go to the playground with your children, and not have to worry that your daughter's going to get attacked, that you're going to get killed, that you're going to get robbed. I mean, we're living in fear, man. It's just unnecessary. This isn't what life is meant to be in the communities. You know, we have 96,000 abandoned homes in Detroit. And we board up abandoned homes. We boarded up 68 abandoned homes, clean up properties, but it's like taking a glass of water out of the ocean. There's just so much work to do. We need so much help. If you'd like to join me, if you'd like to join an organization and get involved in a community, you call me, 313-355-2807. You were great tonight, I want to tell you, and you look great.
Oh, thank you.
And I don't want to embarrass you, and you could take over my show anytime. And I just want you to close this out, take a couple minutes, tell everybody how you feel, and any comments you want to give them.
Well, all I want is for people like like his family and my family have discussed is that if you have any information leading to, closure for our families, to just let us know. It occurred September 12, 2012, and we just really want anyone who know anything to just speak up. Again, you can remain anonymous. They don't even have caller ID or any way of knowing who's calling. It's not even in the United States. It's in Canada. So anyone with any information, please call.
We have a call? All right, we have a quick call. Okay. Let's take the call, Ronnie. It won't show down. All right, let's take the call. Good evening, you're on the air.
Good evening. Good evening, Barry Rolfe. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
One thing I'd like to say is you're one of a very small number of men as yourself that feel the way you feel, but everything happening in Detroit is by design.
No question.
Okay? I remember I live in a pretty nice neighborhood that was once pristine, and I watched certain construction companies come in here and purposely tear these streets up, flood these drains, just to bring the property value down so someone else could come in here and buy these homes for nothing. This brownout that we having, you can go to any place else where there's a different color person involved. The lights are on. There's no yellow lights. There's no golden lights or brown lights. They're white lights, bright as can be. Okay? When they had the exodus of the Caucasians years ago, the lights changed, the trees were killed and pulled up, streets were tore up, trash cans was brought to the front of your house instead of the alley. I mean, this crap is by design, man. People have got to wake
I don't
up
mean to
and
interrupt
start
you.
watching what's
Sir,
going on around here.
excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt you. We got just a hot minute, but I
Okay.
totally agree with you
All right.
that, listen, anybody that pays attention to the news and realize that if they're allowing all these murders to be going on, the schools to close, jobs that are practically non-existent in Detroit, 75% of a lot of areas don't even have unemployed, the lighting, the water, everybody needs to recognize that they're trying to take
Absolutely.
over
Can I
and
make one more
privatize the
statement?
city.
I'd like to make one more statement.
All right, can we make it sort of quick?
You know, when everyone took the buyout from the Chryslers, General Motors, and Fords and stuff, every black man that thought he was doing something intelligent went and bought snow equipment and trucks with the blades on them. It hasn't snowed since they bought them. Okay? They better wake up, man. Okay?
Well, we need to wake people up.
They better wake up.
People don't want to be waking up.
The SALT II treaty that America made with other nations was we wouldn't use weather against one another. Now, why would you put that in a treaty unless you could control it?
Listen, I got another call.
I'm out of here.
No, I would love for you to call me earlier in my show, maybe another time, and we can discuss this.
Okay, my
Thank
brother.
you very much.
Mhm.
Ronnie, we have another call? Okay, one more quick call. Hello, you're on the air. Good evening. Anybody there? Okay. Joanne,
Yes.
thank you very much for
Thank you
coming.
for inviting me.
And I want to do what I said. If you need help distributing these flyers,
Okay.
you call me. Stay put. We're going to have a quick break, and and then while the break's going on, we can split up. So thank you very much. This is, again, Alfred, murdered September 12th on the east side of Detroit, $2,500 cash reward. You need to make that house payment. You need to make the car payment. No one would know that you're submitting this, the information. 1-800-SPEAK-UP, going to Montreal, Canada. Okay. Thank you very much. We'll be right back with K9.
Has Governor Snyder done for you lately? Well, let me tell you about just some of his crimes and sins against you and I. The takeover and dismantling of Detroit and Highland Park school system without oversight of the people. Public Act 4, super-empowered emergency managers. The takeover of Detroit's water system. Permanent lifetime removal of women with children of state assistance. No bridge card, no bridge. Ignoring the democratic process, going around the state legislators and his own party to build an unnecessary bridge. The dissent agreement that he rammed down Mayor Bing's throat. Why reward bad behavior? If you want to send a message to the governor, then vote yes on Proposal 6. I'm Minister Malik Shabazz. I approve this message. To volunteer, call 313-646-3375.
Paid for by the Garbage Late Inc.
What?
It's 9 p.m. on TV 33. Join me, Barry Ross, on Mixing It Up. We'll feature informative community organizations that will offer solutions to Wayne County residents in reference to employment, safety, and security within neighborhoods, job training, education, and mentoring programs. Remember, Tuesdays, 9 p.m. Join me, Barry Ross, Mixing It Up on TV 33.
Hi, Mom. Where'd you get all this Narcotics Anonymous stuff from?
Mrs. Owens had Narcotics Anonymous come and talk to our class about meetings that can help people stop using drugs.
Narcotics Anonymous.
Yes, please. Can you help me?
Call Narcotics Anonymous. We can help you.
We are the faces of Detroit.
We are the faces of Delray.
We are the faces of Delray.
Governor Snyder wants to put us out of our homes by building a bridge in our front yard.
Homes where we raised our families.
A community where we buried our loved one.
Delray is struggling, but it's not lifeless. It's a community of hopes and dreams.
Governor Snyder.
Invest,
not destroy.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special bulletin.
Did you know that there are over 100,000 abandoned homes within the city of Detroit? If you are tired of abandoned dangerous houses in your neighborhood, please support the Greater Detroit Restoration Project. Please make all checks and money orders payable to the Greater Detroit Restoration Project. The mailing address, 17301 Livernois, Suite 405, Detroit, Michigan, 48221. All donations will help fund the expense of boarding up abandoned homes within the city of Detroit and Highland Park. For more information, contact Barry Ross at 248-417-9696 or Minister Malik Shabazz at 313-646-3375.
We're back live. This show is broadcast to you live, TV 33, Comcast 20. We want to say hello to R.J. Watkins for keeping us on the station and keeping it going. The only true live black TV station in Michigan that reports the truth. We want to thank Hodo, our engineer, who practically sleeps here to keep this show going, all the time. His loyalty to the station is unwavering. And we want to thank Ronnie Smith, my producer this evening, for taking the time out of his busy schedule. Ronnie works evenings, and he's dedicating himself to our show tonight because my other producer couldn't be here tonight. So we want to thank everybody for allowing me to have a show on this station. Tonight, no stranger to the entertainment business, we want to welcome Cornelius Bundage, who's a.k.a. K9.
Removal.
K9. And this is his son, Deshaun. Say hello to everybody, Deshaun.
Hello.
You got to speak into the mic.
Hello.
Okay. Thanks for coming. You all right?
Yes.
Did you smile today?
Yes.
It's going to be all right, isn't it? Tell them it's going to be all right.
Oh, it's going to be all right. It's going to be okay.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
I love you, man.
Oh, man, I know.
I really do. And every time I see you, you make me smile.
Oh, man, thanks.
I got to tell you, you really make me smile.
Thanks, Ross.
I saw this man doing some road work about a month ago at the Northwest Activity Center, and his arms were busting through the T-shirt.
That's right.
And I didn't even recognize him. He got so big up top.
That's right.
You just won.
Yes.
You defended your title. Light middleweight.
Yes.
Which is that? What's the difference between light middleweight and cruiser?
Well, light middleweight is the weight class is 154, and cruiserweight is like about 190. So it's like a big difference, like from point guard to a center in basketball.
Okay. Now, when you defended your title,
yes,
and you fought, this was Michael Spink's son or
Leon's.
Leon
Spinks.
Leon? Remember Leon Spinks in Detroit? Everybody?
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
What happened on your first fight with Corey?
Oh, 5th round knockout. I brought the belt back to Detroit. The champ is here. So.
Now this fight went pretty much the distance. I saw this fight about 5 times. it went to pretty much.
Did you like it? It went 7. We still have 5 more to go.
And describe the fight. You were the winner of the fight.
Yes.
You're still maintaining your belt. You're
yes.
the IBF. Tell everybody what IBF.
I'm the IBF Junior Middleweight World Champion, Intercontinental or International Boxing Federation World Champion. Trying to be like my son. He just won the Golden Gloves. So I'm proud of him, and we're keeping the belt in the city of Detroit.
What is he, 12? How old is he?
He's 11. He's 11 years old.
Okay.
Big fella.
Good-looking young man. Now, not to digress from this, but he won his first fight in the Golden Gloves.
Yes.
And that's it.
No. He's still fighting. He actually won the Golden Gloves without even fighting. They saw him, was scared, and didn't fight, and he was crowned Golden Glove champion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick call, and I want to get back. Good evening. You're on the air with K9 and his son, Deshaun. How are you?
Hello, peace on that.
Zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. How you doing, champ?
How you doing? How you doing? You all right?
So that much love to you. I thought you was in training. Did you in training?
Hey, what's up, pops? I'm back in the city, taking it easy.
Okay, well, you know when you come in, holler at me, man. Much love for you.
Yeah. The fight got canceled. Yeah. Oh, hold on. I think. Hello.
Oh.
Yeah. I think this Floyd. Floyd, what's up, Floyd? Oh, Floyd want to fight me now too. He want the belt too.
Well, they got the hurdle.
Mayweather. That's right.
You gonna knock the
right.
ball out.
No, he don't want no problems.
There's no problem with you, though.
Right.
They want to sweat him, but you will, though.
Yeah.
I got much love for you, though.
Man, listen. Thanks for encouraging me to do all them push-ups. Now I'm cut up like what up?
Yeah.
Cut up like what up?
Yeah. Thanks, and them dips too. All right, baby. Zoom.
How many push-ups can you do?
First you walk and everything, you up and stay with it. You didn't let up. And then look at you now. You look good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
All right.
You talk to somebody else, but I love you, though.
All right. Thanks for treating moms right, too. Thanks for treating my mama good, too, Pete.
Oh, well, I love it. I can go to the tent. I'm going to the tent this week.
All right.
I'll holler
at you. Okay. All right.
You, when you're not fighting.
Yes.
Are you working out every day still?
Oh, yeah, I'm still working out. Not working out every day. I'm getting a little older now, so gotta let them bones rest a little bit, But I'm constantly working out. I'm always doing something, just not a whole lot of strenuous workouts because I don't want to overtrain. So, I may do a little running here, might play a little basketball, might do a little jump rope, might do some jumping jacks, might come and chill with Ross. I mean,
you're not. Contrary to popular belief.
Yes.
George Foreman was how old when he came back?
Ooh, I think
50.
He won a belt. I think at 50. Yeah.
You're 39.
39.
Okay. And how old was Corey?
Corey Spinks was like 34.
Okay.
34, but I'm hungry, y'all. I'm hungry. I mean, I'm the world champion in the World Series of boxing, and hopefully the Tigers bring it back so we can have 2 world champions.
That's right. We want to see the Tigers. That's right.
That's right.
The best news is he's a free agent.
Woo!
He is free of Don King.
Yes.
All right.
Free
Don
at
King
last.
Thank God Almighty, he's free at last.
Yes.
And is Tracy still with you?
Yeah, Tracy, that's my dog. Me and Tracy, we be networking a whole lot, and we gonna throw some fights here too. That's like my partner.
Tracy Gilliam, everybody. From
Tracy
what's the
Gilliam.
name of the National Hair Magazine?
Prestige.
Prestige Hair Magazine. Tracy is everywhere.
Everywhere. Good brother.
Tracy, if you're watching, I want to give a shout out to you. So,
one love, brother.
All right, you win the fight.
Yes.
And what's next?
Man, listen. Once I told everyone that I was a free agent, I had Golden Boy trying to sign me up. Do you know even 50 Cent called me? The rapper 50 Cent called me trying to sign me up.
Why? What is 50 Cent? Is he in the fight game now?
Yeah, he's in the fight game. He's a promoter now.
Really?
Yeah, he's a promoter. So he called me and
on top of movies and rap. And
exactly. And I mean everybody. You name it. Like Don King. Oh, K9, come on back home, man. Come on back. You know how he talk. I love you, man.
Tell everybody who Bad Boy Productions is. What is it? Poor Boy or Bad Boy?
Oh, you talking about Bad Boy? Which one you talking about?
The one you said. Which one did you say? De La Hoya.
Oh, Golden Boy.
Listen,
Golden Boy Productions. And we're going to fight here again in probably January, February. I'm about to defend my belt in the city of Detroit. Yeah, so, look forward to that, y'all.
Who are you looking to fight? Who's the most reasonable person next on the ladder for you?
I want Floyd Mayweather. I mean, that's the biggest fight.
Are you ready for Floyd?
Am I ready for Floyd? When I saw Floyd, Floyd saw me, he said, K9, I seen the power. So he know what time it is. Yeah,
all right, let's take a quick call.
All right.
Good evening. You're on the air. Anybody there? Okay, I guess not. You have someone still training you, right?
Yes.
So you have to when you don't have a manager anymore.
No.
Okay, you're not under the reign of anybody, so to speak.
I get to keep it all.
So you can go to anybody you want to train you for a fight.
Yes.
Okay.
See, the good thing about me being a free agent is I get to keep the 30% that I was giving away. So now I keep 100% instead of 70%.
Tell everybody what Tommy Hearst used to give Emanuel Stewart.
From what I heard, it was 50%.
It was 50%, but 50%. Emmanuel paid for all the expenses and the ring.
Okay, well that was good.
Okay,
that was good.
So it's not in. However, Tommy Hearns was not too good with his money.
Okay,
and I'm really surprised.
Yeah.
Because when I knew Tommy years ago, he was real tight. Let's take another call. You're here with K9, world champ, IBF. Good evening. What's up?
Oh, they scared. They even the caller's scared of K9.
Yeah, that's even the
Canelo
caller's
ducking
scared.
me?
Okay, we got another call.
Okay.
Good evening. You're on the air. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, this Mr. Cunningham.
Can you turn your TV down, please? We got a feedback. Mr. Cunningham. Hello.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You got the floor.
Bobo, glove up.
What's up?
I know. I said glove up. Put them gloves on, boy.
You know
What up?
Yeah.
What up? K9.
What's happening, man? You all right? I heard you earlier when you was talking to that young lady and you was telling her, you know, what had happened. I know you know.
Yeah.
I know you know the streets and stuff. So yeah, you probably could be a FBI or something.
You laid it down, huh?
Yeah. Ain't it sad though how these young brothers nowadays, man, they won't pull their pants up. They smoking these blunts. They robbing old people. It's just terrible.
Man,
Tell 'em.
It's terrible. It's bad. And I'm happy that Ross is doing a good job. Him and Shabazz, they doing a good job, man, and cleaning the streets up. I might have to get with them for Halloween.
Yeah, please.
Angels Night.
Listen,
You know?
do you know? I know you know.
Yeah.
Tell everybody where the sagging pants thing came from.
Man, the sagging pants. You know where the sagging pants came from too, Bobo. The sagging pants came from jail. That was telling somebody, come on, get it. And that ain't what you're supposed to be saying on these streets.
Yeah.
No, you pull your pants up. Trust me. Even though when I was a fake thug, I did not sag my pants. Pull them pants up, man. Pull them pants up. Quit trying to.
Man, what's
quit-
up with your son?
Oh, you know, hey man, you know he my height now, man. He 11 years old. He the Golden Glove champion. Man, he get all A's on his report card.
Well, that's the main thing.
He's a smart young brother. Smart. He love the Lord just like I love the Lord. Jesus for life, baby. You know, I'm raising him right, man. You know, I was a knucklehead in the streets, man. Smoking them blunts, drinking, knocking guys out for nothing. Man, game over. It's a whole new day. You know,
That's right.
You know, hey, if I was still the same person I was, Ross wouldn't have told me to come on the show.
If I was the same person I was, I would be.
That's right. That's
Is
right.
he beautiful or what?
It's that man. God is great, man. Yeah, he
All
is.
the time.
All the time. Tell Myra I said hi. Come
All
see me
right.
sometimes, man. You know,
All right, I'll holler at
throw a dog a bone or something.
Thank him for calling. I want to talk. Thank him for calling.
And thank you, hey Bo. Thanks for calling in, man.
Okay.
All right, I'll see you.
Yeah.
You scratched the surface a little bit.
Yes.
I want everyone to know. Hold on. I want everyone to know.
Okay.
That you came. I always like to say this, from the other side.
Yes.
You saw the light.
Yes.
Somehow, some way.
Yes.
You could have gone the other way.
Yeah.
And let everybody know there is a way out. You don't have to continue to allow the streets to dictate to you how you got to live your life.
No.
Tell them.
Listen. I didn't graduate. I'm not proud to say I didn't graduate, but just because you don't graduate don't mean you got to be a thug or a gangster or you got to be a dope boy. You don't have to smoke blunts, drink, rob people. I mean, you know, graduating from the streets is the best education I could have ever had. I mean, these streets is dirty, man. I know people out here thirsty, but you know, don't just be respectful, man. You know, I was respectful even when I was out here like that. I wouldn't rob no old person. I wouldn't rape an older person. Come on, man. The 300 Club and Ross, everybody, man, they looking for y'all. They looking for y'all. The police looking for y'all. Come on, man. You know, game over. Change. Make a change, y'all. Only way we're going to make these streets a lot better is we got to clean the streets up ourselves. We got to make sure we clean the paper up. We got to make sure we do the right thing. I mean, seriously, man. I'm K9, and if I can do it, y'all can do it. You don't have to be a champion in the ring. You could be a champion on the streets. You could be a champion in some positive, man. Just do your best and just change.
Listen, I just so you'd let you know you ain't alone.
Yeah.
I didn't graduate high school.
Right.
I was kicked out of 3 high schools. I took a GED.
Yeah.
I went to college and
That's right.
studied drugs in the cafeteria for a year and a half. That's
that's
what
right.
I did.
Right.
So I was 35
Yeah.
when, you might be looking at me and say, hey, man, what's this white cat? No, man, he don't know nothing. He ain't been around. It doesn't matter what color you are.
That's right.
It doesn't matter where you live.
It's my brother.
As long as we can wake up
Right.
and we could bring back to the community what they need, we need to help these young guys out here. They need to know there's another way.
That's right. That's right.
Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back. I want to ask Deshaun a couple questions. Okay. We'll be right back.
Should they build more jail?
has Governor Snyder done for you lately? Well, let me tell you about just some of his crimes and sins against you and I. The takeover and dismantling of Detroit and Highland Park school system without oversight of the people. Public Act 4, super-empowered emergency managers. The takeover of Detroit's water system. Permanent lifetime removal of women with children of state assistance. No bridge card, no bridge. Ignoring the democratic process, going around the state legislators and his own party to build an unnecessary bridge. The dissent agreement that he rammed down Mayor Bing's throat. Why reward bad behavior? If you want to send a message to the governor, then vote yes on Proposal 6. I'm Minister Malik Shabazz. I approve this message. To volunteer, call 313-646-3375.
Paid for by the Garbage Lady.
Welcome back. We're live on TV 33 WHPR with K9 and his great son, Deshaun, who's a Golden Gloves champ at 11 years old. We have a couple calls. Good evening. You're on the air. Hello?
Good evening, you're on the air.
If you have a TV and you're listening to it, you need to turn it down, please.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay.
Turn your TV down. Do you have a question?
Hello?
Do you have a question for my guest?
Okay, how you doing?
Fine.
I'm having problems right now, and I can understand when you were saying that the streets.
I've lost you, ma'am. Ronnie, take another call.
Yeah, shut the call back. Yeah.
Good evening. You're on the air with K9 and Deshaun. How are you?
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, you talking to me?
Yes. How are you?
Hey, good evening, Barry Ross, Tracy Gilliam. Hey, K9.
Tracy.
What's up, Tracy?
How are you, Tracy?
Oh, we are great. We are great.
I miss
Always
you,
great to
Tracy.
be part of the Barry Ross show. I see you got the world champ on there.
What's up,
Thanks
T-Mac?
to you.
Yeah. Detroit is a winning town. We got the dogs, we got the lions, and we got the tigers.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Tracy, what's happening?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask the champ. The champ is one of the America's top TV show contender champions, and he's now world champion. And you know, we just came off a big season this year of Olympics, and where we showcased the world's best. And unfortunately, out of the history of the Olympics, we only came up with one Olympic gold medalist, female from Flint, Michigan. And, you know, the point I'm making is that people look at our champ here in Detroit, a world champ, K9, with the world belt around his waist, and it's not easy. They think that job is easy. We haven't had a world champion in Detroit in almost 26, 27 years. And,
That's right.
champ, tell them how hard or how easy it is to be in the top physical shape that you are in. You are an icon because you are the world's best. And the Olympics prove that we cannot just come up with a easy world status quo.
Yeah, oh yeah, Trey. You know it's hard, man. You know they think it's easy, but it's hard, man. It's big time sacrifice. It's discipline. It's no messing with these streets. It's no smoking, no drinking. Lots of praying, lots of running. You know, I used to do 1,000 push-ups a day, Tracy. 1,000 push-ups a day. That's how come. You know, that's carrying me later on in my career at the age of 39.
1,000 at one time?
No, in one day.
Thank you.
In one day for 3 years straight. So I always tell them that I'm the Iron Man. You know, I'm mentally, spiritually, and physically strong. You know, it's hard to break me, and that's why it's so hard to get the big fight because they don't want to take a chance. Guys like Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, and Canelo, they don't want to see the dog. You know, and you know what can we do? The fans have to step up and say we want to see K9 in there with Mayweather. He's from Michigan. I'm from Michigan. The economy is bad. It'll bring lots of money, millions of dollars back to the economy, and we need that. We need that. We need to get some of these houses that's boarded up and fixed up, man. And you know, it's a lot of things we can do.
Hey Tracy, you were a professional boxer. You live and breathe. Your heart is in this game. You know the discipline that's required, and especially he's not a baby, Tracy. You know what I mean? It's one thing for a 19, 20, 23-year-old, what have you, to train for, for a title fight. But at 39, he's got to work harder. He's got to watch everything he does all the time. He's got to be mentally sharp. Tell him, Tracy, I mean, you know the discipline it requires.
Well, one thing I could say about K9 is a very unusual individual. He may be 38, 39, going on 27, and that's literally the younger fighters today or athletes that's on his level. Is not on his level. They're intimidated. I mean, this guy works hard. He runs hard. He trains hard. I mean, he even motivates me. And
That's right.
When you're talking about being able to get up and to just put in work 3 times. In fact, I was on the phone just the other day with Floyd Mayweather Sr., and we was talking about K9, and I can say this. Floyd Sr. agreed with me. I said, K9 works 2-3 times a day. He works as hard as Floyd Mayweather Jr. I was saying in front.
He works as hard doing what, Tracy?
Physically training. To be at his capacity. See, when he go in the ring, I mean, K9 is one of the hardest hitting fighters in the junior welterweight in the world.
Right.
Period.
That's right.
In the game, and to be able to go in there and to challenge a guy at his highest level, he has to be in tip-top shape.
Tell him, Trey.
After a year of waiting to make his mandatory fight, he went in there and he gave Corey Spinks, a 5-time world champion, the more than he can handle. And K9 told him. He said after the fight, he said, look, he told the announcer, he said, it's not that, Corey is a bad fighter. He was just in there with a dog, and that was a fact. It proved that he hit harder. He was a lot faster, and this, at 39, you take Bernard Hopkins. He won the belt back at 46, 47. I mean, K9 got a lot of meat on the bone as far as you talking like meat. As far as like neck bones or something of that nature, he has a lot of meat on the bone left in his career.
Oh, yeah.
And one thing about a Floyd Mayweather or Pacquiao fight is not that just honoring him to fight. He has the third leg of the belt. In order to be the undisputed champion of the world, they got to stop through K9. And they have that complete honor. Both them guys, Manny and Floyd, want to retire after a few fights and go into the sunset. But why not go into the sunset as the undisputed champion?
No question. Tracy, if I may be so rude, and I got a couple more calls, can he fight for a unification of it all? Is there a possibility where it's all on the line and available for all the belts?
Absolutely. He's the third leg. Those just takes those three to agree. K9, he called both of them out. He says that he put his blood on the line mercifully, and they don't want to bite.
Wow.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, Tracy, I could talk to you forever. I got 2 more calls.
Enjoy you guys.
And I appreciate you very much, and
Absolutely.
I got a lot of love for you and your talent, and thank you for calling.
All right, Trey.
Okay.
You already know.
All right, we have another couple calls real quick. Good evening, you're on the air.
Hey, how you doing? This is Rams. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, K9, what's going on?
Hey, Rams, what's up, Ram? Hard working, baby. Hard work.
I was just listening to the call. I got a question for you. Do you think these guys are scared because of your power?
Yes, that's exactly. Yes, I was just close to fighting Miguel Cotto. We was in negotiations. That would have been maybe about $1 million, $2 million fight. The very last day they had told me, they said, we prepared to make you an offer. So we're going to call you at 10:30 or 10:20 in the morning. 10:20 in the morning came, they didn't call. I had to call them back, and they told me they had went with Trout. Come to find out, they was able to pay Trout less money, and they was paranoid of my power.
I think another thing is, too, that these guys are seeing your power. They seeing what you're doing to these other fighters, and they scared.
Yep.
This day and age in the game, fighters pick and choose who they want to fight. And
exactly.
if they see somebody who they think got the power and can actually knock them out and dethrone them, they not stepping up to it.
Right. They looking for me to get old. That's what it is. Looking for me to get old so they can say, he's old. Or they looking for me to get old so they can say, come on, I'll fight him. See, and I'm looking like I'm 22, 23. They don't want to fight me. They don't want to take that chance.
They can only duck you for so long, though, Tracy, right?
Yeah. Who?
They can only duck you.
Because you got to remember, I can name one fighter, Roy Jones. He ducked a lot of people for a long time.
Yeah. Well, it can happen. It can happen. I'm 39. I'm not gonna fight till I'm 50. You're right. All right.
Thank you for your call. I got one more call, if you don't mind. I appreciate you calling. I don't mean to get rid of you. I got one more call. We got to close this out.
All right, brother.
Hello? Good evening. You're on the air. We have another call here. Hi.
Hello?
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 Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, we hear you.
Yeah, hello? Hello?
We hear you. You're on the
Hello?
air. You're on the air.
Oh, okay, K9? Yeah.
Yes. Who am I
Yeah,
speaking with?
Hey, all right, K9.
Yes. Who am I speaking with, please?
Yeah.
Can you just go on? He
Okay,
hears you, sir.
You was raised up. You was raised up in my neighborhood. You went to school with my boys.
Okay. Who am I speaking with?
He's asking you who you are, sir.
Who are you, sir?
You know Raymond and Norman on
You
live
listen.
on Pingree?
You got to turn your TV down.
My TV is already turning down. Do you know Raymond and Norman?
Yeah, I know him. I remember them. Yeah. Yeah, how you doing? I remember them. I used to be a paper boy back in the days. I think I was your paper boy, and it was my friends.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm the one that raised them.
Okay, yeah, I remember you. How you doing, sir?
Okay, you came out on pretty good, man.
Oh yeah.
You keep on praying.
Oh yeah, I am.
He works for it. I'll tell you that.
Hey, Jesus for life, brother.
Thank you
Keep on praying, fella.
Okay, you keep me in prayer too.
Thank you for calling, Ronnie. Okay, listen, Deshaun.
All right.
Thank
Okay,
you
God
for
bless.
calling. I want you.
Okay, you. I know, Doctor.
Ronnie. Deshaun, I want you to close this out. Take a minute and tell everybody what you think about your dad and young people today out here in the community. Just you got about a minute. Go ahead. What do you think about your dad as a boss?
I'm proud of my dad. He accomplished a lot of things. He's a world champion. He worked hard, and
how about in a young man your age that's 11 years old that thinks about hurting somebody, robbing somebody? What should they do first?
they should go to God.
You hear this, young people? Tell your children to turn on a TV set. Here's an 11-year-old suggesting you go to God. You guys go to church. You take them to church with you.
Yeah, we go to church. But we in our word. You know, we got a personal relationship with God, and you know, we go to church. You know, we read our Bible, and I try to point out to him the things that are right and wrong. Like when I turn on Channel 2 News and somebody's been killed. You know, I explain to him like, look what happened. You know, look what's going on. I don't want you like that. I told him, no, don't be like me. Be better than me. And you know, I just try to make him proud.
I want to tell you, I am almost crying that your son is telling you he's proud of you. If you two can come to our planning meeting next Monday night.
Okay.
If I got to pick you up myself.
Okay. I got a new car now.
On Monday night.
Okay.
I'll give you the address.
Okay.
This is K9, everybody. He's going to be fighting again within the next 60, 90 days.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
More than hopefully.
Detroit.
In Detroit.
Yeah.
This is his son, Deshaun Brundage.
Yeah.
And Deshaun, it's okay. Smile for everybody, man.
It's
going to be all right.
That's right.
We'll be right back, and we're going to have a special guest who's going to be taking over my show, Minister Leon Jones. Be right back.
Has Governor Snyder done for you lately? Well, let me tell you about just some of his crimes and sins against you and I. The takeover and dismantling of Detroit and Highland Park school system without oversight of the people. Public Act 4, super-empowered emergency managers. The takeover of Detroit's water system. Permanent lifetime removal of women with children of state assistance. No bridge card, no bridge. Ignoring the democratic process, going around the state legislators and his own party to build an unnecessary bridge. The dissent agreement that he rammed down Mayor Bing's throat. Why reward bad behavior? If you want to send a message to the governor, then vote yes on Proposal 6. I'm Minister Malik Shabazz. I approve this message. To volunteer, call 313-646-3375.
Paid for. Obvious leading.
What?
Tuesdays, 9 p.m. on TV 33. Join me, Barry Ross, on Mixing It Up. We'll feature informative community organizations that will offer solutions to Wayne County residents in reference to employment, safety, and security within neighborhoods, job training, education, and mentoring programs. Remember, Tuesdays, 9 p.m. Join me, Barry Ross, Mixing It Up on TV 33.
Hi, Mom. Where'd you get all this Narcotics Anonymous stuff from?
Mrs. Owens had Narcotics Anonymous come and talk to our class about meetings that can help people stop using drugs.
Narcotics Anonymous.
Yes, please. Can you help me?
Call Narcotics Anonymous. We can help you.
We are the faces of Detroit.
We are the faces of Delray.
We are the faces of Delray.
Governor Snyder wants to put us out of our homes by building a bridge in our front yard.
Homes where we raised our families.
A community where we buried our loved one.
Delray is struggling, but it's not lifeless. It's a community of hopes and dreams.
Governor Snyder.
Invest,
not destroy.
We're back live, and I have a great new old friend tonight, Minister Leon Jones, who I have much love and admiration for, and who is, the first time I heard him speak, I was blown away at his soft-spoken manner, how articulate he is. And Leon, you have a town hall meeting coming up this Thursday night.
That's correct.
Take it away. Tell them about it. Tell them what's going on.
It's the Burns Seventh-day Adventist Church where I attend. I've been attending there for quite some time, and we have decided to go beyond the four walls and to do the work of the Creator and to extend ourselves to the people where we worship. And what I found out, you can't lead people you don't love. And so love goes beyond a worship service every week or a prayer meeting service.
Thank you.
And we've groomed and manicured at least 6 lots that were vacant and abandoned. We've boarded up the homes over there that were vacant, and we just had a final cleanup for the winter this past Sunday, a week ago Sunday.
Tell everybody where this is.
This is located at 10125 East Warren at Cadillac on the east side of the city of Detroit, and the Pastor Corey Jackson Sr., along with the community service of our church, is sponsoring that, who happens to be Yvonne Jones is the leader of community service. And so what we're doing is we're extending ourselves to the community, allowing the community to come into our facility, voice their concerns, and then we're trying to collectively with business, civic leaders, community leaders, schools, make the community what it ought to be. As our good friend Yusef Shakur says, put the neighbor back in the hood. And so Thursday night we'll feature that, leaders from around the city of Detroit, and then we're going to serve dinner. It's at 7 o'clock, and we want to extend the invitation to all of those, not only in that area, but in the area of the city of Detroit, and which is a great, great opportunity. When I look out in the city of Detroit, I see opportunity. You know, some people, it's like when they sent the spies, you know, 10 came back and said, we see giants. 2 came back and said, we can take them. So, you know, we can look at the same situation but see something different. So the point is, what is your mindset? And that's what we're trying to alter, the mindset of people. And when people's minds are changed, their situation changes. And that's what we're trying to do. That's what we're about over there on Warren and Cadillac. We have a good time doing worship, but we want to be practical in our approach because the Creator was practical. I often tell people if God was here, he wouldn't have on a robe and a long beard. He'd be driving in a car. He'd have a cell phone. In other words, he would identify with you and I, so he can get close to us. And that's what we want to do, and that's what people are looking for. And that's what we're going to be doing. Not only Thursday is just the beginning of some of the great things we're going to be doing over there. And I'm just thankful that I've been afforded an opportunity via media to come back and to communicate this to a wide range of people.
Who have you reached out to for this town hall meeting? I mean, other than your local community.
I was just on Ernest Johnson's radio show. I was with Baker Lane Thomas on last evening downtown. I spoke with several judges, that three that they're calling the Supremes. I was just with them tonight.
I was there
over at
last
Little
night,
Rock.
right.
Yeah.
Sheila Johnson,
Yes.
McCormick, and McCormack.
Yeah.
And who was the third one?
I forget the other person. Johnson and I forget the other lady.
They're
But-
running for Supreme Court
right.
judge.
But we've
Three spots open. Go ahead.
we've extended ourselves to the Detroit Police Department, community centers in that area. Are you familiar with the Capuchin Kitchen?
Capuchin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we.
I've served there.
Yeah, so have I. And we've extended ourselves. They have a kitchen right there on Connor and Warren. And we've extended ourselves to the businesses because we want to hear from them. And I think you're able to serve intelligently once you hear the voice of the people. And so many times
Unlike some of our leaders do not do. You
well,
need to know how.
You said that, I didn't.
I'm saying it. Okay. And including our mayor, inclusive of our mayor. You need to know what the issues are.
Correct.
You need to know how people feel, what the problems are. You got to get to the pulse of the community by hearing them.
Right.
Not interrupting them, hearing them.
Right.
And we don't hear.
And that's what made the Creator effective. He was able to feel the pulse of the people. And all great leaders feel the pulse of the people and get the people on their side. And so that's I've always been on the cutting edge. If the crowd was walking that way, I would walk the other way. And you have to have enough courage to be different.
Yeah, we have two calls, but I just want to say one thing. I don't want to get anyone on my side. I want them to want to be on my side, and I
Yeah.
know you feel the same way.
Yeah.
So we don't need to convince them to come with me.
Yeah.
I've never tried to prove my honor. You just show them.
Well, Quincy Jones said, they interviewed him, and I keep this with me. How do you define success? And he simply said that my kids know my name and that my critics respect me. So that's how I define
This
success.
man here was the first one to tell me about the demise on its way of a big community group, and I just listened to him, and it finally happened. All right, we got a couple calls from Minister Leon Jones. Good evening. You're on the air.
Good afternoon.
Oh, my God. Yes, Brother Knight.
Yes, Angela Davis is going to be here tomorrow, Wednesday, at Fellowship Chapel at 7707 West Outer Drive from 7 to 9 p.m. That's my sister, comrade in arms. She's going to be here at Fellowship Chapel. The address is 7707 West Outer Drive. The phone number is area code 248-688-4962 for anyone that would like to attend to hear Sister Angela Davis speak
Got another call?
at the Fellowship Chapel from tomorrow's Wednesday.
Brother Knight, are you good? Is that it? Thank you. And I'm gonna try to bring my white what over there too. We have another call, Ronnie. Good evening. You're on the air with Minister Leon Jones.
Hello, Brother Barry.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Fine. How are you?
Good, good. I would like to give love to your guest
Thank
and
you.
the work that he's doing. This is Minister. What's the minister's name?
Leon
again?
Jones. Leon Jones, who's on the board of the Detroit Coalition Against Violence when we meet.
Oh, good, good.
He's a great
Well,
man,
then
Gabe.
I know.
Gabe, I love him dearly. He's a smart, wise man, Gabe.
Yes, I can tell, and I really love the work that he's doing there. You
Thank
know,
you.
cleaning up the neighborhood and all of that. That's a wonderful thing, isn't it, Barry?
Tell him, Gabe. Go ahead on, Gabe. Tell him.
Yeah, well, you know, we ought to work together because we are boarding up homes, cleaning up lots around schools and all of that, and to know that there's others out there doing it is a wonderful thing. We need to pull it all together so we can work together and try to do a little bit more because the need is so vast. And, you know, I mean, it's about to be winter now, and winter brings its own issues, you know what I'm saying? But the kids still have to travel back and forth to these schools, past abandoned homes, open homes, and we know these fools, these rapists, these child molesters are out there, and they're waiting to prey on them, and so our responsibility is clear. And so I just like to congratulate the work of your guests and also to congratulate the work of yourself, Barry. You've been doing some wonderful things, and I know because I've been seeing it firsthand. And I just wanted to say on air that I'm proud to be part of an organization that you're working with.
Oh, Gabe, that's so
Thank
nice
you.
of you. And I have to tell you, we did this project with 250 Wayne State students. This is Gabe. This is Malik's right-hand guy and now my producer.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, the second day, he took over with these students and everybody and ran this project. And I told him, I said, my God, I was blown away. This man has run apartment projects, big complexes, run people. He knows. And he had to remind me of our board ups. And I'm very close to Gabe, and I respect him. Although it took him a while to let me in, Gabe was the last person to trust me coming with Malik Shabazz. And I told Malik, it's a good thing someone doesn't trust me with you. And I'm sorry you weren't here tonight to meet him personally. He's been here before, Gabe.
Okay.
Minister Leon Jones.
Yeah.
He's been around. Gabe, he can sing. You missed the fundraiser for the station last year.
Is that right?
Yes, Gabe. He sang at the fundraiser. His father had passed away 2 hours before he sang, but he showed up to sing for us, Gabe.
Yes.
He said, Barry, my father just passed. I'm sorry, I'm a little late.
Yes.
So he's a bad. Thank you, Gabe.
Well,
Thanks,
thank you,
Gabe.
man.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Bye-bye.
Oh, I love him dearly. Where were
Well,
we?
that's I mean, you know what Gabe described. That's our reasonable service. You know, so many times we look for. So many times we look to be patted on the back, but it's our reasonable service to serve. And Dr. King said it. We hear it all the time. You know, all of us can be great, but the Creator said, if you want to be great, serve. And I mean, serve with a genuine heart, you know, and your reward will come. So I personally don't look for any pat on the back because it's my reasonable service to help my fellow man as I have opportunity. You know, and
the reward is
yeah,
the work. It's
right.
more work.
And opportunity.
It's more work.
Because what happens when I help you, I'm actually helping myself. Because that's one less person that will not take your car, that will not rob you at gunpoint when their mindset change. And that's, you know, so many times we work on behavior as opposed to one's mindset changing.
Oh, and my behavior was. Listen, I didn't know Minister Leon Jones has surprised me and us and you with some of his recordings. So before we run out of time,
Yes.
if we can, I want everyone to hear. What is this cut we're going to hear?
Well, I think he can play cut 5, but I think we all can relate to this. We're grateful. A song I wrote years ago, I sang with a group for 25 years and called
25
Resurrection.
And then you're going to
toured.
close out with some more info on your town hall.
Yes.
Okay. Can we hear that cut?
Grateful.
Grateful.
I'm certain that all of us are grateful. I'm certainly grateful. Again, Thursday, October 25th, 7 p.m., 10125 East Warner Cadillac, Burns Seventh-day Adventist Church. Come out, be with us, voice your opinion, your concerns, and we will go from there. And we're not just going to feed you information, we're going to feed you physical food. Dinner is on us.
This is at 7 o'clock?
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Thursday.
At this coming Thursday. I just want to tell everybody, we need you. We'd appreciate you coming out with us a week from yesterday on East State Fair. That's 7 Mile, just east of 75, at True Oracles of God Ministries. It's like right in the middle between 75 and DeQuinder. On the south side of the street, there's a white church with a purple roof. It's 7 p.m. Minister Shabazz, myself, several other groups are meeting. We're having a planning meeting, a detail meeting to lay out where we're going to caravan in our cars, about 30 to 50 of us, for the 2 days, the day before Halloween and Halloween Eve, and we're proceeding into Highland Park, and we're joining up with the mayor of Highland Park, the Nation of Islam, and other groups patrolling here. So we're going to be doing some serious work. We're going to have lights on our car. If you can bring some food, some pop, something, $1, $5 to donate. We need coffee, we need pop, and we need help. So 1500 East State Fair, which is 7.5 mile. Come out 7 o'clock next Monday night. You can call Minister Shabazz, 313-646-3375. You can call me, 313-355-2807. We now have a Facebook page for this. It's the Halloween Collaborative Community Patrol on Facebook. It's an event page. You're going to know about it. You're going to want to be a part of this. We got to do this stuff ourselves, everybody. We can't depend on conventional government to save us. It ain't happening. We don't have leadership, unfortunately, that is doing the trick. We must do it ourselves. They ain't coming to your neighborhood to make sure you're safe. You got to do it. We got to do it together. It doesn't matter what you look like, what you believe in God, what race you are, what you look like. Join us. We're putting all our differences aside and letting everybody know UNITY is where we got to be. Okay? Unity. We need each other through love and peace and harmony. We got to change this city, but we got to do it ourselves. It should be proof to you that the conventional government, especially in Lansing, who's got the reign on Mayor Bing, is squashing them and preventing the city from having the services it needs for you to raise your family, for you to work, for you to be safe, raise your children, and have a decent job. So Monday night, Leon's. Thursday night, give me the address real quick.
10125 East Warren. For the first time, it's going to take us out.
Right.
I begin to think of what my blackness means. It means being strong, to stand up tall and to fight for what is right and just for the first time in my life. Oh, I'm singing what's really down